What's going on, Untitled Sports? Back with another video. In this video, I'm going to be talking about the Toronto Blue Jays. Now, I apologize. I haven't made a video in a bit over a week. Just had a lot going on, and I took a little bit of a break. I didn't make a post-game or pre-game video from last week's Giant game. I didn't make a pre-game video for the Giants. Today, we'll see if there's anything worthy of doing a post-game. Maybe we'll do that, but I'm going to get back into my normal content. I've been doing my weekly picks and predictions video for the NFL. I'm not sure if I'm going to continue that. We'll see how it goes, but I just took about a week break, and I'm back into the grind. And in this video, I'm going to be talking about the Toronto Blue Jays. And did they get worse this offseason? The Blue Jays, they lost arguably two of their top three players of the season. In my opinion, that's Robbie Ray and Marcus Semien. They lost those two guys in free agency. They signed huge deals, of course, Semien with Texas and Ray with Seattle. But the Blue Jays did get a quote-unquote replacement for Robbie Ray. They brought in Kevin Gausman, who he fills that void, no problem, in my opinion. Statistically, his numbers are actually better than Robbie Ray, although he didn't win the Cy Young in the NL because they have just tremendous amount of good starting pitching there. But I think Gausman fills the void in terms of Robbie Ray. As for Semien, the Jays haven't found a replacement for him yet, but a lot of Blue Jay fans are forgetting about Cavan Biggio. He's one young guy who the Blue Jays are really high on. I'm personally really high on. I think he's a really good player. I think he's tremendous, and I think he has a lot of potential. And I think he's versatile. He could do so many things. He could play second, third, first, even left field if you need him. So I think the Blue Jays have a nice player there in Cavan Biggio, and they also have Santiago Espinal. And these two guys, between the two, they're capable of filling in the voids in the infield, which is very important for the Blue Jays. And of course, the offseason's not over. Of course, when the lockout, is lifted, the Jays will be able to negotiate with free agents, negotiate trades. And I've come out with videos about Jose Ramirez and the possibility of us bringing him in. He's a possibility. There's, of course, Story. There's so many great names out there still without a team. So the Blue Jays definitely could be in on those guys. But in terms of answering the big question of the video, did the Jays get worse this offseason? My answer to that is no. I don't think so. I think the Blue Jays, last season, they were missing George Springer for a huge portion of that. He's, of course, a guy they brought in for $150 million. He's a big name guy. He's going to come in and gel right away, as he did when he was, in the short sample size of him playing last season. And, of course, you're going to get progression from every player on this ball club. Of course, they're still such a young team. Vladdy Guerrero Jr., Bo Bichette, Teo Hernandez, Lourdes Gurriel. The pitching is, it's unbelievable, the starting rotation. Of course, they could still go out and attack. The number 5 guy, a lot of people think Carlos Rodon's a possibility. I don't, I wouldn't prioritize that big of a name for the 5th spot. I'd prioritize more at third or shortstop or second base, one of the two. But if the Blue Jays bring in Rodon, I wouldn't have any doubts. I wouldn't be upset in any way. He's a guy who's one of the better pitchers around the American League. But there's definitely a lot of things the Blue Jays could do. Of course, the bullpen for me is very important. I think the Blue Jays need to address the bullpen a little bit better. I said that in one of the previous videos on what the Blue Jays need to do when the lockout, is over. I talked about, of course, third, second, and the bullpen. That's a very important thing. The bullpen's young and inconsistent for the Blue Jays, so realistically, they could be better. they could bolster the bullpen a little bit more. They brought in a couple guys over the past couple of years. They just haven't panned out between injury and, they were somewhat veterans. But it looks like they have Jordan Romano as, type of guy that you can really rely on late in the game. But, you're still lacking a 6, 7, 8 inning guy that is going to be very important. I mean, the Blue Jays have a couple nice pieces, but to say that they have a complete bullpen, I wouldn't go that far. So they could definitely do a couple things there. But in terms of the Blue Jays in the offseason, I don't think they got worse. They didn't get better, but they didn't get worse. I think they're going to be a similar team to last year, even better in my opinion. I think they're going to make the playoffs. I think they're a team that can make a significant run based off the talent they have. Losing Marcus Semien is nothing crazy. There's still so much offense everywhere you look in the lineup, so I don't think there's going to be a shortage of offense. In the end, though, guys, I think Mark Shapiro and Ross Atkins, I think those two guys have done a tremendous job with this baseball team over the past couple of years. They're trying to slowly start to get back into, the range they were in the 15, 16, 17 season. I think the Jays are going for that and more moving forward. They're a team that has so much to look forward to, so many bright young players that the Blue Jays can really build off of. So I think if they continue to, improve Charlie Montoyo, Pete Walker, they can get these guys into the next gear. This is going to be a scary ball club if they aren't scary already. I mean, you're getting George Springer back, a guy who, realistically, if you look at his numbers, I mean, he didn't have a whole lot of at-bats. I mean, he didn't even hit 300 times. He had 299 at-bats. He scored 60 runs. That's pretty good. I mean, he's a guy who could really get on base, and when he does, he's a threat to steal. He's a threat to do many things. But George Springer is definitely going to be a big help getting him back. Hopefully he stays healthy. And the Blue Jays really are looking good. They have great pitching, like I said, in the starting rotation. They have great young players, even guys we don't even know and we haven't even seen yet. Gabriel Moreno is one of the better prospects in all of baseball. They have some really nice pieces. They have good depth. Randall Grichuk, Santiago Espinal. They have really, really nice depth to this team. They have 3 catchers who are capable of playing on an everyday basis. And it's just a matter of seeing if they can string it all together and turn it into winning baseball. I think they are going to start winning some serious games. I think they're going to make the playoffs, and I think they're definitely a team to look out for that can make a run. And I'm super excited for the future of Toronto Blue Jays baseball. But that's all I got in this video, guys. You guys, please let me know down below in the comments section your thoughts on the Blue Jays offseason. Do you think they got worse? I don't. I think they stayed pretty even, and I think with the growth of what we're going to have, I think they're definitely a team that can continue to get better and make some noise in the MLB. But that's all I got in this video, guys. You guys, please leave a comment, leave a like, and subscribe to the channel for you guys. And we'll see you guys all in the next video. Let's go Blue Jays.